Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news of trade progress between the US and China and on Brexit. But first, American housing starts fell sharply in September from August and barely above the same month a year ago. Residential building permits fell too on the same basis, but they are still 8% higher than a year ago. Markets weren't expecting the sharp pullback from August, however. September American industrial production also fell, and this too was more severe than expected. The two largest retreats were in the oil patch and for business equipment, both key leading indicators. Capacity utilisation is now at a 2-year low. This same trend is reflected in the next regional Fed survey in the industrial Pennsylvania region. Current growth is almost stalled there. Although it slipped back from a very strong August result, the Canadian ADP jobs report has delivered its third rise in a row, up 28,000 in September and more than making up for the decreases in May and June. In the trade war negotiations, the Chinese now say they and the US are working on the text of a partial trade deal, and the goal is to end the trade war and cancel all additional tariffs. The goal is to wrap up this phase at the next APEC summit in Chile next month. In Hong Kong, in addition to banning umbrellas and masks, China has now banned the export of black clothing to Hong Kong. China's no place to be an all-black fan. Oh, bugger. In Hong Kong, in addition to banning umbrellas and masks, China has now banned the export of black clothing to Hong Kong. China has no place to be an all-black fan. In the EU summit, European Union and the English negotiators overcame a major hurdle to Britain's exit from the bloc, reaching agreement on the draft of a new Brexit deal that EU leaders have already approved. But that now faces a knife-edge vote in the London Parliament. Most analysts say it contains tougher conditions for the UK than the deal the previous Prime Minister had negotiated. The bottom line on the Irish border issue is that the customs border shifts to the coast, and the Belfast province will in time be absorbed by the Irish Republic. Needless to say, this will be contentious in the London Parliament. If there is no parliamentary approval, there will be an extension to the October 31 deadline. In Australia, their biggest bank is struggling with a technology issue. More than 8 million customers are affected by a system flaw that won't let customers or branches transfer money. US Treasury 10-year yield is down 1 basis point today to 1.74%. Gold is up again today, up another $5 overnight to $1,494 an ounce. And US oil prices are a little changed again today. It's still just under $53.50 a barrel. The Brent benchmark is just on $59.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is stronger by a full half cent today, now at 63.5 US cents. On the cross rates, we're just under 93 Aussie cents, and against the euro, we're up to 57.1 euro cents. That puts the trade weight index just on 68.5. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.